Everyone. Thank you.
Wait.
Oh,
Now.
okay. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining our NingXia Red class. We're super excited to share with you all the benefits of this wonderful drink that we all love called NingXia Red, and some other products that also have the NingXia berry, the wolf berry inside of it. So I have a fun presentation that I found actually on YL Central. And if you're not familiar with that, it's something that's actually in our virtual office. If you are a business builder and want to share, or even if you're not a business builder and you just want to share with people the benefits of NingXia Red, this is a great slideshow that you can send to them, and they can read through it and you can answer questions for them. So I'm just going to share my screen with you here and show you this slideshow here. Okay, so NingXia Red is a wonderful juice, basically, that we all enjoy, and it's concentrated. You only need, most people drink 2 ounces. We say 1 to 2 mostly because it's costly, and a lot of people see benefits with 1 ounce, but the best amount of ounces to take is really 4. But 2 ounces would suffice. But we tell everybody to start out with 1 to 2 ounces also, just so you can see how it affects your body. But so NingXia Red is made with the NingXia wolfberry, and you can see the plant there. It actually grows at like a bush. I thought it was a tree, but it's more of a bush size, and it has these little red berries. And when they pick the berries, they actually pick the berry and the stem, and they juice the whole thing as well. So it's great for energizing and fortifying the body, and also replenishing nutrients that we need. Okay, I'm gonna go back one, because I want to talk to you a little bit about where NingXia Red comes from. It's actually a plant that Gary learned about from the Ningxia province in China. And that province is right at the base of the Himalayan mountains. And so when it rains, the Himalayan mountains have lots of minerals in them. And that rain runs down the mountain and fortifies that land there, which is why it's so high in a lot of minerals and things that you'll find in NingXia Red that you don't find elsewhere. The wolfberry is kind of like the hybrid. Hybrid's the wrong word. It's the variety of goji berry. So you can find goji berries at the grocery store, but the wolfberry is a specific kind of goji berry that's only grown in this NingXia province. And Gary created a deal with the people in that area that we are running a partner farm with them, which means that they agree to our practices. We have someone on site on the farm that helps to make sure that they're using the highest standards to pick the berries, to make the puree, and then to ship it over to the US. Actually, I'm not sure where they turn the puree into actual NingXia Red. I just assume it's in the US, but it could also be in China, I'm not sure. So the wolfberry itself is very high in antioxidants, and that's where we're going to go to the next page here. So antioxidants are nutrients, and such as vitamins and minerals and enzymes that help fight the damaging effects of free radicals. So free radicals are things that, if you know anything about chemistry, electrons like to be paired in 2s. And so a free radical is missing one of those pairs, and it's going out in search of somewhere to get its second. That's why it's called a free radical. It's radically looking for its pair, and it will go to your healthy cell and steal the electron from it in order to create its own healthy cell. And so that is what is causing the damage. So what we want to do is put things into our bodies that have that extra radical electron in it, so that that cell will go in search of it from that instead of our body. So our body can continue to be healthy and strong. When you look at blood cells that are oxidized, that have had their radical electrons taken away, they're very poorly comprised. They stick together. They clump together, and it's hard for nutrients to get in and out of the cells. And they have poor communication between the neurons and things firing. Like, there's poor communication with that. So in order to have healthy blood cells, those are going to be strong membranes. They're going to be nice and plump and round instead of flat. And they're going to have strong communication between one another. So you want to eat things. We were talking before we got started about eating healthy foods that have potassium in them. And any of those foods are also going to have antioxidants in them. Every food that we eat does. Any like raw or slightly cooked food will have antioxidants in it. It's just what level at which it has those oxidants. And I was gonna find, I have a sheet here. Give me 1 second. Here it is. Okay. So things like carrots. Carrots have very few antioxidants, but they do have them. Oranges, beets, Brussels sprouts, spinach, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, pomegranates. And so pomegranates have 10,000 on, it's called on an ORAC scale. So on the ORAC scale, there's 10,000 ORAC value in pomegranates. And the NingXia Red berry has 30,000. So it's 3 times the antioxidants that are in pomegranates. And I'm sure you guys have heard, for a while there, it was a palm juice. Everybody was talking about the palm juice. So that was one of the exciting things I thought about NingXia Red, was that it had the most amount of antioxidants that were out there. So here's just an idea of some things that you could to drink. I love the picture of on the right hand side. I don't know if you can see it, if we're in your way or not, but they're at convention, and they have the NingXia Red bar. And so she's got one of our favorites, which is the slushy, in her hand there. And you can put essential oils, you can add essential oils to it. Sonia will go into the fact that there are already some essential oils in it. And one of the things that I found interesting as I was looking through this presentation was, I saw it had all those things in there, but I thought, well, what does that mean? What do those do? Why do I care that there's some word with a C and a G I can't pronounce in there? And so I went and looked them up. And I will say that, I can't tell you that NingXia Red can do all this, but I can tell you that those things that I looked up, I'll tell you what those are good for, and then you can make some assumptions about NingXia Red, okay? So MSM is used by the body, and it has been shown to help people who have pain and swelling and arthritis. So that's what MSM has been used for. Lots of doctors will tell people to take MSM and glucosamine, for instance. And then plant phenols, because there's a difference between just like a chemical phenol and a plant phenol, but a plant phenol is an antioxidant. And then the anthocyanins is what makes fruits like raspberries, and I don't know if you've seen purple cauliflower, like the color red, purple, blue, or black. Any of those foods have that word in it. And that is also an antioxidant. And then the next one, that catechin gallate, is thought to reduce inflammation. It aids in weight loss. And there was a Royal Crown Diamond who spoke at convention about her mother and some friends of hers that were drinking 8 ounces of NingXia Red. It was either 6 or 8. I feel like it was 8 ounces. And they were taking it all at once. And then another group of them was taking it at 8, 10, 12, and 2. So 2 ounces at those times. And the ladies actually that were drinking 2 ounces every 2 hours found that they didn't really change their diet much, but they did lose weight taking NingXia Red at 4 different times during the day. And I have tried that, but I'm just horrible with consistency. So I will find that I have, a week or 2 where I do it consistently. And what I notice is I don't crave the junk. I'm much more, I'm happy to just drink my NingXia Red for a snack, and maybe have a handful of nuts, where normally I might be rummaging through the cupboards looking for some crackers and cheese or something. So, and then the next one is the tocopherol, and it's also an antioxidant, but it's in the vitamin E family. And I don't know if you guys have heard how wonderful vitamin E is for you, but it's really great if you're trying to ward off, the word none of us like to hear. And the last one is also in the vitamin E family. And again, it's good for cells, it's good for cardiovascular, it's good for cholesterol as well. So all of those things are in NingXia Red. And I already told you the story of NingXia Red, but it was in 1993 that Gary met this scientist in China, and the scientist was trying to get him to understand how wonderful he thought, kind of probably like I did, like, whatever, this berry is going to be so fabulous. But once this doctor got a hold of him and was like, let me explain to you, China has been, there's areas of China where people are living to 120 years old. And this is one of those areas where people are focusing on this type of plant. So there you go. That's the end of what is the NingXia Red, and just kind of a introduction as you would. So now I'm going to turn it over to Sonia, who's going to talk to us more about NingXia Red itself.
Yay. I could just listen to you forever, Sean. I love how you explain all those hard science things, and it makes me want to go grab my bottle and guzzle all of it. Like, literally, this is how I started NingXia Red. Is I went to the training in Flint in Detroit area, and they taught me all day long and showed me the happy, healthy cells that Sean was talking about. They did all these pre-NingXia Red, and then someone took 2 ounces and then 4 ounces and 6 ounces and 8 ounces and what it did to the cells. And I went home and said, okay, Kevin, I don't care how expensive this stuff is. This is like the best stuff ever. So, and I'm so glad that for 6 years I have been taking this NingXia Red. And I think there's some people are like, oh, I'm going to stop taking it because I don't see any difference. On some people, I tell them, I'm like, are you going to stop drinking water because you don't see a difference? And I'm like, that's how I believe in this NingXia Red. I don't know what I could have gotten if I didn't take it. So I just keep taking it and trusting that it does what it does. And I've seen it. I've seen the proof of it. And yes, I have seen huge blessings in my life of the NingXia Red. So the story.
As you say that, sorry, Sonia, but as you say that, recently I had to go get blood work done, and the doctors are always a little surprised that my blood pressure isn't higher than it is, and I don't have diabetes, because you can't tell from here, but I'm definitely overweight, and I need to get more active and take better care of what I'm eating. And but I would expect my numbers to be a little, they're always like borderline, but they never go over borderline. And I mean, I can't say it's NingXia Red. I'm definitely trying to do all the right things, but I know that another friend of mine has diabetes, and she takes her NingXia Red religiously as well as her medication, but her A1C numbers are holding steady, as opposed to, every year before she started NingXia Red, they just kept they had to up it. They had to up her medication. So
Wow.
I definitely see the benefits. But like you said, like you, I started out like, okay, I'm going to try a bottle. Everybody's talking about how great this is. But for me, what I noticed was when I stopped drinking it, because I did exactly what you said, like, okay, I'm just going to drink a bottle. And when the bottle's gone, you know, if I don't see anything different, I'm not going to keep up with it. For me, what I saw was energy. I did not need coffee at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I was exhausted. I had plenty of energy throughout the day and I just was doing 2 ounces in the morning. That was it. So, all right, sorry. I'll stop
So
talking
cool. No,
now.
it's okay. I just feel just
Oh,
so
I got
much
share.
healthier. Okay, ingredients in NingXia Red. Yep, that's what I'll do right now.
Oh, do you want me to leave that up?
Sure, why not? I'll just kind of go with the flow. I have my notes of that, but we can kind of go with it. But I'll first talk about that NingXia Red juice. Like Sean was talking about, it is has a high ORAC measurement and better than any fruit that's out there. But God has created all wonderful fruits, and this is another amazing fruit that He's created. That Gary Young brought it to the United States for the very first time. He is the founder of it in 1995, so 2 years later, after he met with that Chinese doctor. So inside, Sean mentioned the whole Ningxia wolfberry puree. It's the whole fruit. They always say the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And that is true with this fruit, that they need all of it. So it is a puree, and it's not that, specific, even though we call it the red juice, it is a puree. On top of that, Gary Young learned about all the other benefits of amazing fruits from that have antioxidants in it that Sean was mentioning. The blueberry juice has high levels, so that's in there. You've got the plum juice. My mom has a plum tree, so she'll be happy to hear that. You've got the cherry juice, which is, again, more high levels of antioxidants, why you put it in it. The aronia juice, which I've never had it. I would love to actually just try aronia like itself. It's like some kind of fruit, but it has high levels of antioxidants. Pomegranate, supports our health. And then he has essential oils in it that are going to help with our digestion. So he has the grapeseed extract, and then he added orange, lemon, tangerine, and yuzu, which is pretty rare. And then he has that natural blueberry for the flavor. He has pure vanilla extract in it, a little bit of stevia in that whole thing that helps create this whole powerful drink. So I don't know what else it says in there. Yeah, I think I read it.
Yeah, you read all those.
Okay, thank you. But it's really amazing. And what does this NingXia Red juice do? Let's see. It's rich in the nutrients, like Sean was saying. That's cool about the high fiber too. You've got the Ninja Wolfberry. I'm going to kind of flow with what she's putting up here. Oh, Mom, look, highest whole food source of potassium. There you go. But she takes it every day too, and high in antioxidants. Okay. What I was going to share with the NingXia Red juice, there's so many different variables with what the juice can do for you, and everybody's body's different. Like Sean has noticed that her numbers are great, and it's a blessing for her. For me, I have noticed better health. My eyesight actually has improved since I've been doing NingXia Red in that right eye. The left eye has kind of stayed the same, but a lot of things that I probably wouldn't even know, but I used to get bronchitis all the time. I would get sick every single year, and I just don't. Or I have a slight cold and it doesn't go into that major issue. I've noticed that with my boys who consistently take it as well. Now I have my husband on board, thank heavens. But all of those benefits, but it's not just that, it's longevity. Gary Young's vision for young living is optimal health. Some people don't even know, like Sean was saying, when she stopped NingXia Red, she noticed that she grabbed onto the coffee more. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I have noticed that when I take my NingXia Red faithfully, I have more stamina. That's what I've noticed. I have more stamina in my life, and everybody's different. It could be improved joints, like Sean was saying, long lasting energy. It helps replenish. And it's like, our bodies aren't see-through, you guys. I don't know what's going on with my cells. We all even have cancer cells in our body too. Like, I don't know what it's doing in my body, but I know that this drink helps support my body better. And I believe it. I know it. And sometimes we may not see the answer. And that's why I tell people, like Sean was saying about, she knows that she needs to move more. Well, one time of exercising isn't going to do that. It's the same thing with NingXia Red too. You just got to keep taking it consistently. and it'll work for there. Okay, we're done with the Ninja Wolfberry. I think you covered most of the other things about the Wolfberry. I think that's it. Do you know 14 grams of wolfberries makes 1 serving? Yes. I think that's it that I'm going to cover because we're already at 30 minutes. Oh, ingredients. We got that. I told you about those. Amazing. Oh my gosh. That's what's so amazing right here. Okay, here, let's read this. Let's think about this. Seriously. 1 cup has 4 cups of purple grapes, 1 cup of wolfberries, 5 whole cherries, a half a cup of blueberries, 75 pomegranate seeds, a half a plum, and a fourth a cup of aronia berries. If we aronia berries, if we put that all together, this stuff is inexpensive. This juice is inexpensive when we start adding up all of that and trying to eat all of it too. So I always tell people this amazing drink is really not that expensive for what it really does for us. Oh, and no added sugars, and it is sweetened with the stevia. I did mention that. 1 to 2 ounces every day. Yep, they have that on there too. Man, did I not teach? Oh gosh. Oh, I did not teach about the pasteurized, but I didn't study about that one. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one right here. I've had many questions about this shelf life. Mine doesn't stay on the shelf long enough, but if it's unopened, it lasts at least 24 months. Okay. I need that slide to share with our team because a lot of people have asked if they haven't drunk it for a while. I use mine all the time, so I never have that issue. Yeah, it's effective preservative. Oh, okay. I didn't research on that one, Sean. Sorry, but that's a good one. I think we're good. We'll pass it on to Miss Kristen. Thank you, Sean. That was really good. It's good to keep focused. Is she there?
Information, right? Like it was all just right there for us. We didn't have to put it together. Pictures are beautiful. I loved it.
Amazing. I loved it too. I will say one last thing before Kristen cops on. I agree. It tastes better chilled. I like it fridge. But you know, I have a couple friends who like it just warm temperature. And so they just buy the sachets and they like it. But most people, you know, prefer it chilled, and you can add, like Sean said, essential oils in it. Okay, Miss Kristen, take it away.
All right, I'm going to talk about some of our other products in the Ninja line. And the first one is Zing. And if you didn't notice, Zing came back into stock today. I don't know how long it will stay in stock, but if it's something that you really enjoy, I strongly suggest that you pick it up ASAP. But what is Ninja Zing? It is like an energy drink that is on the healthy side. It contains the same puree as the Ninja Red. It has some sparkling water in it, pear and blackberry juice, and it has some lime and black pepper essential oils. It also has some white tea extract, which is the natural caffeine in it, and it has some evaporated sugarcane and stevia for some sweetening. It comes in a 12-pack of cans. And so if you or someone you know is an energy drink user, this is something they really need to change to, because this is definitely the healthy version of an energy drink. And when I was teaching full time, I would, if I didn't have Ninja Nitro, which I'm going to talk about next, but I had Ninja Zing, then I would use a Zing in the afternoon to kind of get through the rest of the day to kind of prevent that afternoon slump. And I wouldn't be wired, like, you know, how caffeine can sometimes wire you, or I've never been an energy drinker to begin with, but I have been a soda or a pop drinker. And so this is a great replacement for a soda or pop as well. And it doesn't have all that nasty sugar and everything in it. Ninja Nitro comes in the little tubes, and I'm sorry I forgot to grab the stuff. I was having issues with Zoom to start with. So Ninja Nitro comes in like a little tube. It almost reminds me of a travel toothpaste tube. It has a cap. It has a cap that you take off. You pull the safety seal off of it. There we go. And this again is a great for a midday boost. maybe you have a morning slump or some other time, and it is also a great replacement for energy drinks. It's also a great replacement for if you need that sugar kick in the afternoon. Instead of going to the vending machine, you can go and grab yourself a Ninja's Nitro. Um, it's a great pick-me-up, supports alertness, cognitive function. It's infused with essential oils, botanical extracts, ribose. It's spelled Ribose. I forgot to look up what that was.
Rooibos.
Korean ginseng is another one. And then the green tea extract, and it's also great for physical fitness. I forgot to write down the price. It comes in a 14 pack, a little box. I like to put these in the refrigerator. I pull the lid off of the box, and I have a box in my refrigerator at school. And each week, I try to bring a few of them in. One thing you can do is you can mix the two together, the Zing and the Nitro. Just squirt the Zing right into the Nitro and swish it around a little bit, and that's a great drink that some people like to have. Now, our wolfberries are used for other products as well, and I just want to highlight a few of them. The Wolfberry Crisp, which is like a granola type bar, is something for a great snack that you can have. The Ninja Berry Syrup, I believe that's out of stock, but I'm not 100% sure. Sean's shaking her head yes. So, but when that comes back in stock, that's an excellent product to have. It has some of the same sorry, I'm talking a little too fast and my brain isn't going with my mouth. Some of the same ingredients, there we go, as NingXia Red. And then we have the Wolfberry Eye Cream. All right. So that is something to look at underneath the skincare line. All right. How about some recipes? Here are some of my favorites that I like to do. I like to take about 4 ounces of NingXia Red, add some water to it. It depends on the size of the container that I'm drinking out of. Usually it's anywhere from 12 to 20 ounces of water. And so sometimes I'll even add an extra ounce of NingXia in case I am drinking more water. I also use about a teaspoon of sulfurzyme, 3 drops of lime, even though there's already lime in it. I still like to put a little more lime. And then 3 drops of black pepper. And other days, if I don't want water in there, I'll put some sparkling water, some unflavored water. And sometimes I'll also add the Ninja Zing to it. Since it's been out of stock a lot lately, I haven't used that much. But if I do use the Zing, I tend to use less NingXia Red because sometimes the flavor is just too much for me. I don't know, on this kind of on the sweetness side. Popsicles, that's another great thing you can do to make out of our NingXia Red. And you can also put NingXia Red in your smoothies, about 2 ounces of NingXia Red in your smoothies. I will find the popsicle recipe. I thought I had it on my phone and I can't find it now. So I will make sure that I post that in our group. And you can do just about anything with it. So I'm going to unmute Sonia and Sean, and then
I'm right now.
all right.
Sean.
And I'm going to unpin myself, and then they can share their favorite recipes as well. And then after we're done with sharing our favorite recipes, then I have one more thing I want to say. All right, go ahead.
Okay, Sean, you want to go?
Yeah, I love to make like a spritzer with it. So NingXia Red, sparkling water, and then adding, sometimes I add other juices. Sometimes I just use NingXia Red. Sometimes I put in a couple of drops of orange or lime just to kind of change the flavor up a little bit. One of my other favorite things to do is to put Red Shot, which is something you have to watch for it when it comes available. It's usually like $10 or so. And for a while, you could only buy it at convention. And then sometimes at Christmas time, they'll have it available. They didn't have it this year because we didn't have Black Friday, but it's usually the last few years they've had it as part of, you know, if you bought whatever their package was on Black Friday, you'd get a Red Shot. I have a couple, so extras if anybody's in town and wants to try one. When they had them last time, I think I bought 5 of them because I love it. It's got like a cinnamon orange flavor to it. It's cassia and tangerine and mandarin. It's just really yummy, and the flavor that it was created to put into NingXia Red, so the flavor is just yummy. So those are my 2 favorite, but I do want to just, Kristen, you were looking for the popsicle recipe, and it's funny because that's what is on the slideshow.
Oh, okay.
So here is, it's NingXia berry creamsicles. So a cup of NingXia Red, a cup of organic vanilla yogurt, and then a cup of fresh or frozen fruit, and blend it all together, and you can put it in popsicle molds.
That's a different one than I have.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey.
So I'll make sure I share our, when I post the video, I'll make sure I share it in the comments.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome. Well, I am definitely a very plain Jane kind of girl when it comes to NingXia Red. I pretty much like to drink it by itself all the time. And when I let people try it for the first time, I'm shocked when they say they don't like it that much. And I think I forgot it was a little different for me when I first started. I'm like, but how do you not like this? This is so good for you. Because I have all this knowledge and I've been taking it for 6 years. But I will say, one of my favorite ways to take it is I love alkaline. So alkaline is kind of like an Alka-Seltzer. I actually take a little bit every day. I just kind of sprinkle it in my, not always in my NingXia Red. I told you, I like to take my NingXia Red straight. I just love to taste it. But I do it probably twice a week. I'll do a little bit of water. I shake a little bit of the alkaline in it, a drop of lime. Lime is my ultimate favorite in NingXia Red. And then I'll do an ounce or 2 of NingXia Red and I kind of guzzle it down. But it just makes it bubbly, kind of like a sparkling cider type thing. And it's just, I love the flavor of alkaline because it's like a lemon lime, and then just add one more. So now Kristen's got me going on the idea, and Sean was posting this today, if Zing was out of stock, to add a lime and a black pepper. I have not done that in a long time, unless it was at convention. So I'm going to do that. That's kind of how I like to take my NingXia Red.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. So now I just want to share this real quickly with everyone else that will be watching the replay. Usually what we do at the very end of our classes is we do a little question and answer. We answer any questions that our guests have about the topic that we're talking about, but sometimes we also answer any questions relating to Young Living. So sometimes this is the favorite part of my attending the class, because this is where I learn a lot. As Sonia is waving her hands, I learn things from preparing for class, but I also love to hear what others like to share or questions they have. And so unfortunately, we don't record that. And if you have been on the fence about joining one of our classes, please join us, because it's a very informational part of our class. So I am here to say goodbye, and I hope the next time we are doing a class, you join us instead of catching the recording. But we also enjoy being able to share the recording with you. So take care, and we will now do our questions.